John Mahama in February 2025 issued a firm directive. All public officials must declare their assets and liabilities by March 31 or face sanctions including possible removal from office.
Performed a simple but brief, very important act of presenting my completed assets declaration forms to the Auditor General as required by Article 286 of the 1992 Constitution and the Public Office Holders Declaration of Assets and Disqualifications Act 1998, Act 550. I've also taken this step to send an unmistakable signal to all public office holders, especially those that I have appointed, that I take the declaration of assets very seriously and expect full compliance from them. I've asked the Chief of Staff to send word to all appointees to ensure that they declare their assets by the end of the first quarter of this year, that is by 31st March 2025. I wish to stress that any appointee failing to meet this deadline would face severe sanctions, not excluding removal from office.
According to Article 286 of Ghana's Constitution, which mandates asset declaration before taking office, it would seem all officials on this list are technically in breach. But what does Article 286 of the 1992 Constitution say? A person who holds a public office mentioned in Clause 5 of this article shall submit to the Auditor General a written declaration of all property or assets owned by or liabilities owed by him, whether directly or indirectly. A. Within 3 months after the coming into office of this Constitution or before taking office, as the case may be, at the end of every 4 years and at the end of his term of office. While some officers were just appointed a couple of weeks ago, others on the list were appointed in January, February and March, which means for many the March 31 deadline was well within their mandatory 3-month window. However, close sources tell us that some officials did file their declarations but had them rejected due to errors or incomplete details and are being worked on for resubmission. One official named on the list has already pushed back, stating in a social media post that he submitted his forms on March 28, days before the deadline. The confusion raises bigger questions, not just about compliance, but about transparency and record keeping within government institutions. With public interest high and the President's anti-corruption pledge on the line, the pressure is mounting, not just on those named, but on the system meant to monitor them. Would the President's sanction or the directive would go down as one of these unfulfilled political promises? Safwa Bwahine, TV3 News, Accra.